What's going on? I'll be Fitness Gaming, and you've seen the title of the video. You know why you're here. Alright, so we're going to play another game here with Domain Knightfall. If you want to see how this deck works and the deck tech, I'm going to have that video in the description below. So, let's go ahead and play some games here, or a game, depending on how long they take. Alright, one lander on the draw, and we have a noble. We're going to keep this. Alright, so I kind of wished we had a stomping ground in the deck. But we're going to grab a breeding pool. The reason we want the breeding pool here is because if we grab another fetch land, we can activate Domain on all 5 colors with the Salvia. Okay, so it's hammer time, so we're probably not going to have enough time to do anything. Alright, noble, another noble. No land. Let's just go ahead and get in for 1. I mean for 2. Not the worst. Lightning bolt, great. So we can't cast. So maybe I wonder if the Ignoble is probably better. I do. The reason I chose Noble Hierarch is because of Stubborn Denial. But I guess the Ignoble is probably better. Also, you use green, white, and blue a lot more than you use black. But I'm not sure. Okay. For 6 here. I mean 5. Still no red mana. Can really use it. Yeah, if these were Ignoble, it would have been better, but I mean, and maybe they are, since we do have to usually fetch out the breeding pool. I don't know. That's something to definitely consider. Okay, so now we have red and blue. We're gonna go ahead and it's gonna be untapped. So let's see here. So we're gonna bolt this now. So opponent's doing this so he can give it protection from green. This is kind of a risky play, but we're going to do it anyways. I don't think we have the luxury to sit around. Okay, so if we draw a red source, we can win the game if we don't die here. They do have an Ink Moth. Which they are activating. Yep, and we're dead. Could we have done something differently there? No. I mean, yeah, I don't think there's anything we could have done. I mean, we could have held our bolt, but they're playing at instant speed. Okay, so we already know you're gonna kill us. All right, let's see what's good here. These are good. Let's take out the combo and a knight and try this. So the Noble Hierarchs, again, we could be the ignoble or maybe a combination of both. So far as decent. Again, no red mana, but we do have stuff here. We're going to mulligan this. Now we have all the mana. We're going to mulligan this. And now this hand is decent. It's a good hand, but we have to put back some things. We're going to put back... let's put back this. And knight. We're just gonna get fetch land here. We already know what we're gonna do. I mean, I don't see us trying to pull out a Sacred Foundry and bolting something first turn. We need to get at them as fast as possible. And we have a 5-card hand, so we ain't got time for that. Alright, Stone Forge, Mystic. We have answers. Okay. Okay, we're gonna... This is gonna be untapped. If they don't block... We're gonna get rid of that Noble. I mean of that Stone Forge. Now we have Leyline Binding here, just in case any shenanigans happen. Okay. We'll take that. Should we bind this or save our binding? You know what? Let's go ahead and just bind it now. Just in case we do draw like a Kavu or something. I did that now because if we draw a Kavu, we can cast a Kavu or the Scion of and still have one up. Alright, so we'll just keep this configuration here. Actually, this is probably a lot better than the Knights. No red mana. But we're on the draw. We said this last time and we got wrecked. We have some... You know what? I'm not going to risk it this time. Maybe the Ignoble is better. Or maybe a 3 of each. Or a 3-2 split. Let's keep this. Put away Bolt. I mean, we won with a 5-card hand last time, but... The Nobles definitely, I think, make your mulligans better. But I can see them making them worse if you draw a lot of land and Nobles. Not going to be attacking anytime soon, so let's just do this. Also, we need to keep Stubborn Denial up. That's fine. Okay, good. Alright, so we have red. Let's go ahead and cast our guy here. So we're in decent shape now. We're not in the best, but we can play some magic. Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. Definitely need more red, right? Yeah. We have plenty of blue with the Nobles. Didn't go for domain there. I really want to be able to cast these cards. Getting the additional point of damage probably not going to matter. Okay, they're about to go off now. We need to keep this for something that's going to kill us. Okay, so I think what happened there, the opponent messed up with the Stoneforge Mystic activation. Let's see what we would have drawn. Lightning Bolt, that's good. Okay, so we would have drawn into some action. Assuming they didn't mess up there, not sure how that game would have went. Seems like we were pretty close. It's unfortunate for our opponent. Okay. I really want to get that Retreat to Coralhelm and Neither Reliquary combo so you guys can see that in action. Temple Garden, that gives us 4. We do have the retreat, so we're going to keep this. I mean, the hand's decent on its own, but having the retreat definitely is exciting. Alright, so we got more land. So now we're just going to do this now. Only reason we're doing this now is to kind of speed up the gameplay. I don't think our opponent's playing any type of land destruction. I mean, we are giving them a little bit of information here, but again, we're just trying to speed this up. If we're playing another zoo style deck or 5-color deck, they're gonna do what they're gonna do regardless. Yep, they're just gonna do what they're gonna do. It doesn't really matter what we play. Okay, so let's get domain here. Could play our own, or we can wait. What should we do? Should we play a creature? Yeah, let's play a creature. That way if they have Leyline Binding, they're forced to use it. And then depending on what happens here, I really want to windmill slam this Retreat to Coralhelm just because I want to play the card so bad. Okay, so this is probably the Charlotte's Agent build of Zoo. Which might be better against us because they do have a lot of card advantage. Alright. So I lied. We're going to have to actually... Let's see. Yeah, we're going to have to do things a little differently here. So that we can survive. Since now that we know what we're playing against. We're going to do this now because they could potentially be playing some type of counter magic. Next turn, hopefully we draw like a fetch land so we can cast this Retreat to Coralhelm and at least get some value out of it, at least show it off a little bit. Oh, Bloodbraid. That's right, they play Bloodbraid. And they play Charlotte's Agent. I used to play this deck back in the day, probably like about a year and a half ago, or a year. Deck is solid. Alright, so what do we need to do here? Let's cast this. boy. Let's try to stubborn here. Let's have him top mana here, just in case to have a Shardless Agent. I also don't see us being able to get any value out of this card anytime soon in this matchup. Okay, another retreat. So we'll just go ahead and cast retreat here. Actually, no, we're not going to cast it. Reason is, I don't want my opponent to know that we have it. I also think that the chances of us winning this matchup are very slim. Don't get me wrong, we can still win. If they brick and we draw a Knight of the Reliquary and then we can land the retreat, we will win. And that's bolt. Okay, so let's go to game 2. We're going to keep the same configuration here. Teferi Time Raveler is good. And Dromoka's Command is also good. But we also have a lot of good cards in our deck. Definitely I would remove the retreats for the Teferis. But retreat can also play well in this matchup. We could tap down their guys and we could just instantly win the game. Alright, so we need green-blue here. So far, playing this deck, I do like the Nobles in it. And I do like the Knight, even though we haven't seen the Knight. I do think the Knight is a good creature to have. The retreat does seem, I mean, again, it is a combo piece, so it's not supposed to be a great card. But it does seem a little clunky. You know, I think I would rather have, if I were to try to make this deck super competitive, and I wanted to keep the Nobles and Knights, I would probably change the retreats for either Teferis or Remands. Okay, so I think what we're going to do here is we're just going to go with the Kavu. The reason I don't want to play Knight out is because he can just get bolted or lightning helixed. Well, bolted since they played a breeding pool. And now our Kavu can get in for 6. So the Exalted triggers play a huge role, especially in these mirror matches. So hopefully we draw fetch land so we can kill whatever they play and cast our Knight of the Reliquary. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and attack here. I am going to get rid of one of the Knights. An Exalted Kavu seems pretty brutal. Okay. Not the worst. That allows us to play a threat and get rid of their Kavu. If they double block, we're going to kill the Kavu then. And play the Knight. Alright, so we'll play green, white, green, and we'll throw out the Knight. I don't like throwing out the Knight, but we need to get the party started. If they spend the turn killing the Knight, I guess that's fine for us too. Shardless Agent here possibly. can they? No, they can't even cast Shardless. Okay, that's... Forgot that they do play the Mantis Rider. So we're going to eat the 6 here. Okay, so we can get Domain now. Which is what we need. Which one is better? I think this is. Alright, so we have Domain. We definitely want to get rid of this. And we want to play this. And then we're going to get in for 6. And the Knight has Vigilance, so we can activate it next turn. Or actually, before damage, we're going to do that now. So let's get rid of, let's get rid of this. And then we will get a fetch. And grab that. And get in for 8. To see Knight of the Reliquary in action there and Noble Hierarch. A lot of lands here and binding, so we can have. We're gonna keep this because we have some type of interaction. And we're on the draw. Alright, so now we don't want to be drawing more lands. We could have probably just went with our fetch. Well, depends. Because if we go with our fetch, we're going to have to do 2 fetch lands anyways. But I was thinking maybe we could do all 3. That way the Knight's massive when we get them down. But at the same time, if we do draw a retreat, we want our fetch lands. Alright, so we probably need to get rid of this. Oh. Oops. So let's go ahead and yeah, we made a boo-boo. Okay, anyways, what do we need? We need red for sure. So we'll grab a Steam Bets. We drew the Sacred Foundry. So that's what happened there. So that's unfortunate because now we're kind of like behind, but whatever. Let's go ahead and they could have some type of counter magic here. So we're not gonna attack, we're gonna just sit back here. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't think their deck could play counter magic, but it's not good because they have so many Cascade cards. But I mean, it is a 5-color deck, and it is modern. But it doesn't make sense for them to play. They probably want to play Helixes and other burn spells. Alright, cool. So we are... Okay, so we're going to... Let's attack. We need to start getting it in. We will discard Breeding Pool. Yeah, Kavu, so we can double spell this turn. That's good. Alright, so we're going to fetch out a forest here so that we're not taking massive amounts of damage. Alright, so we got there. Alright, so against, that's like the old school zoo deck. They play Shardless Agent and Bloodbraid Elf, and then it has that one commander whenever you play a multicolored spell. I forgot, I think he makes like golems, 4/4 golems. Deck, you know, was alright back in the day. I do remember them playing like nobles and Ig nobles to speed up the process, and metamorphosis so they can continue chaining. But so we saw the power of Noble Hierarch. We continue to see how well Noble Hierarch plays with this deck. Not in the Reliquary, we got to see him briefly. We got to see the potential and how good this card could be. Retreat to Coralhelm may be a card that we don't need. I know it's cute and the combo is sweet. The deck is performing well, but at the end of the day, it is a domain zoo deck, so it's going to do well. I will probably eventually cut these retreats for either remands, Dromoka's commands, or Teferis, some type of combination like that. And then we would cut a land, and we would cut the Cradle, because we will no longer need it. So we can cut these 3 cards here. So we can either go with the OG 2 remands, 1 Dromoka's command, or we can go 2 Dromoka's commands and a Teferi. So we have some cards to play with. I'm going to continue jamming with Knight of the Reliquary and Noble. I really like these cards in the deck. As far as do I think they're better than Wild Nikado and Ragavan, I don't think they are, but I like playing with them. And at the end of the day, when it comes to playing Magic, I'm not a competitive player. I'm not a professional. I play Magic because I like playing Magic, so I'm going to play the cards that I like to play. As you saw there, the deck is good. I mean, the deck could win. It's not just some trash deck. It is, at the end of the day, a domain zoo deck. And you are playing bigger creatures here, and you can accelerate. So the deck does have some advantages. Anyways, guys, if you guys have any questions, comment at the bottom. If I did any misplays or any other questionable plays, comment at the bottom. Let me know. Don't forget to subscribe, share. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was entertaining. And peace out.